Well, good evening there, folks. Chief Meteorologist Austin Bowling here in the Texoma Weather Lab studios, tracking a line of severe storms continuing to come together here across the northern and western tier of the area right now. So it does stretch from just around southwest side of Oklahoma City, all the way back through Minco, coming down through Fort Cobb. Looks like Mountain View, Gotebo. It kind of breaks up a little bit around Hobart, picks up again around Granite with a slow-moving storm, breaks up again around Mangum, and then picks up again over there just to the south of Hollis and Gould. Caitlin asking if there's any tornado threat with this. I'm not really concerned with a tornado threat here locally. The better threat's going to be up into northeastern Oklahoma with any of these storms. So again, as you can get yourself oriented here with the new layout, you can see the live view from Geronimo right here to just to the bottom of me. Warnings and updates as a new one comes in. It will flash and you will see all the information right there across the bottom. You can also see in the lower right hand corner of the screen, you can see kind of the regional map that shows you all the warnings, all the storms coming through, and it comes into each county and lets you see what's going on there. So as far as Samantha, so you're talking about here in Ninnekah, definitely is a stronger storm, and that one has 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So the winds aren't as big of a threat here, but again, still some big hail, and that is moving south at 15. So it's still, I'd say it's about an hour and 15 away, Samantha. So it's about an hour and 15 away. Okay. Favor you can do for me: share this, like this, interact with this, let folks know that if they want to find ways to get information about the storms that are coming through, they can watch this stream. Again, we are on the Texoma Weather Lab app. If you click the live stream, that'll be going on through there. You can also watch this on Facebook if you are already there. And then we are back on YouTube. Big deal there. So again, if you want to watch it on the TV or anything like that, we're back on YouTube. All right. Good there. Okay. I don't know why it said my mic got unplugged. So just making sure everything's still good there. Everybody can still hear me for a second. Alicia, poor little Gotebo has no electricity and no rain or anything. Let me get off of the ruler here. It looks like, I don't know where Gotebo gets its power from, but Mountain View is getting smacked. So if there's anything that comes from the Mountain View area, I'm bound to believe that something either east or north of there took a hit. And yeah, that's why Gotebo is not seeing any electricity right now. Jimmy, curious if Altus gets anything at all. Well, it's got something on the north side. It has just parked itself over Lugert Lake right now. So it is right there just south of Granite. There are some showers down around the Altus Airport, the Quartz Mountain Airport. But that's about it right now. We'll see if that decides to jog south. Eventually, this cold front is going to sweep south, and it's going to start pushing everything away from it. But right now, that storm is really parked there right over Lake Altus Lugert. Okay, so Highway 44. So this is just south of Lone Wolf. You're seeing some of that heavier rainfall there. Just to the north of Blair. And again, it's not really moving all that much. Was up in Hobart not long ago, earlier on this week. We are working on getting that box replaced. So that's why I don't have the live view in Hobart. We've got the data box that got fried there and getting it mailed up there to the fire chief. And we're going to get that swapped out so we can get that view back in Hobart. Back towards the west here a bit. You can hear some rumbles here in Hollis, Gould, Duke, going towards El Dorado. It's going to be heading towards your south. That storm has golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds with it too. And these storms have been crawling on the order of about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So it is not moving very quickly. Jimmy definitely says, yeah, the lake needs rain for sure. That whole western half, I tell you, it's still hurting. We're going to need a lot of rain. Going to need a lot of rain. Madison is still rain free. Madison, I don't remember where you are, but rain is going to start filling in on that line, and it's going to start working its way south. Got Jennifer Harden over on YouTube. How is Lawton doing? We're still a couple of hours out on this current track right now. Things are moving slow at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So Zeus, that's along the same lines. We're still a couple of hours out here on this current track and pace. It's really struggling to get here. Okay. So we've got a little bit of time before it gets down here. So again, if you're in Hollis and Blair, Mangum, Granite, Lone Wolf, Hobart, Mountain View, Goaty Bow, Fort Cobb, Anadarko, over towards Gracemont, Minco, Tuttle, Chickasha, Netticaw, Apache. These areas are going to be impacted here within the next hour or so. Kathleen, I was hoping you would go live. Thank you. It's been a little bit. We hadn't really had much to talk about. We had some decent rain with the last event, but really nothing past baseline severe storms. So we've hopped on here. Again, do me a favor, share this, like this, get this out there to folks. Let them know that this is a live stream and we're tracking storms, diving south here. We'll have some scattered storms that continue with some heavy rainfall here heading into parts of your weekend as well. Hopefully you enjoy the new layout. Hopefully it shows up well on your phone or whatever device you're watching from. I've been messing around with some things, trying to add the latest crawl down at the bottom, fix the Geronimo camera here. You see the bug that shows the warnings and the radar down in the far lower right corner of your screen. That's going to hop around to each of the different warnings and show you what that looks like. Again, hopefully you all can see that and read that well enough on your phone or on your device here. So Madison said you were Duncan. That's right. Darla, what about Chickasha, Cache, other C town? I'm going to time out all these here in just a second. Kathleen, I was looking for him as well. Best coverage in our area. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. And then Mark asking about Frederick. Well, let's just go down this line here and let's just get the latest track. Melissa, Hobart Cam is down at the moment. Did lightning hit it? Now, Chief Humphrey said that there were some rumbles happening at the time. The camera was down when I was looking at it. I hit a restart button, and then that's when everything fried. So I went up there, and there were some things melted in the box up on top of the fire station. So we're getting a new box sent out there to Chief, and once it comes in, I will go back out there and I will get the box swapped out. So Melissa is down at the moment. We're getting it replaced, hopefully here soon. Okay. Got Kristen hoping to get an episode or two of Sweet Magnolias in before it hits. Priorities, right? And we're trying. Let's get it all in. Okay. All right. Let me track this line here real quick. This is crawling 15, not 45, but 15. This will likely start picking up the pace here in a little bit. But right now, it is going slowly. So let's put this line. We're going to do this far western edge, this broken edge that is going here around Hobart. It's starting to fill in around the Hobart Airport. That's where it's starting to fill in now. Okay, and we're going to come all the way out here to southwestern Oklahoma City, and we're going to push this towards the southeast. Okay, so this might be a little longer than it needs to be, but let's get some of these towns. So Anadarko coming up here at 8 o'clock. Chickasha, 9:13. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right over there at Blanchard. No, I'm going to say it's closer to 8:20. Looks a lot better. These numbers are all sorts of messed up here. I'm going to have to take a picture for these guys to see what's going on with these tracks. But I think Apache at 8:22 sounds good. I would say Chickasha is probably more at 8:30. Elgin's closer to 9. I'd say Rush Springs is closer to 9:15. Looking at Blanchard's also going to be about that 8:30 time frame. Lawton is coming up here closer to 9:30. So Medicine Park around 9, Fort Sill 9:15, and then closer to 9:30 for the Lawton area. Okay, so closer to 9:30 for the Lawton area. So again, you hear that audible tone. You can see at the bottom, just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Grady County. So again, as you hear those, you know that we get some new alerts coming in here. So hopefully, I'm not sure if that conveys only in my headphones or if you all heard that alert as well. Just messing around with stuff. So if you guys can give me some feedback on what you hear, what you notice with that, I sure would appreciate it, just so I can have an idea of what's going on here. So still looking at golf ball size hail with that storm up here in the Chickasha area. So I'm going to do more of a specific time frame for this one. Again, it is moving south slowly at 10 miles per hour. So we're going to tick this down a little bit further. And again, we're going to track this one, just this cell here, because it has the higher impacts from the hail. So this is Grady County over Minco with the strongest part of this storm. We're going to push this in the direction of, okay, put this a couple hours out. So it shows Blanchard at 9:05, Chickasha at 8:45, Ninnekah closer to 9:30, and that would put it closer to, let's say, 9:45 for Ellick. Okay, Jessica said you didn't hear the tones on your end. Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, Blanche said I can hear on Facebook, but not on the app. Okay, can you not hear me talking on the app? Okay, I've got to make sure I fix something on there then. So, trying to juggle a few things at a time, making sure that everything is working fine. Okay. Seems like we should be getting audio there. All right. Let me back out here because other folks wanted to know about this other side of the line down here. Trash that. This storm here, that also has golf ball size hail as it moves down to the south at about 5 miles per hour. So even slower. So again, this storm, told you, parked south of Granite, right over the lake. So again, it is not moving. It is not moving. So it's dumping water straight over the lake, which is great. We don't have to waste any time for it to get there. But again, it is not moving towards Blair or Granite, really. It is just parked southeast of Hobart or southwest of Hobart, south of Granite, south of Lone Wolf. Hope it dies down before it makes. Yes, we want this stuff to quiet down. We want the rain. Jessica, you're welcome. So Melody, someone can pronounce Ellick correctly. We're in Bray, closer to 10. Yeah, right now on this current track and pace, it's closer to 10 o'clock. So it's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. Yes, Melody, I have had that pounded in my head along with Hobart and El Dorado and Olustee and Duval, all those other towns, you know. Time for Pumpkin Center. All right, Jana, let me see what I can find here. Again, this stuff is moving extremely slowly, so times give or take a little bit here. I'm going to move this up to 15 miles per hour. Again, that front is kind of hanging back just a little bit. So we're right in this range here. That strongest storm is right there. Push this towards the southeast. Let's bring Walters in here a little bit. So Pumpkin Center out here, we're going to say Pumpkin Center Letitia. It's closer to 10 o'clock. So Jana, closer to 10 o'clock. McKenna Is the Lawton going to get anything? Right now, I think we will. It's not till closer till 9:30 though. Okay, so Fort Sill 9:10, Medicine Park before that around 9 o'clock, Mears 8:30. You have Boone Apache around 8:20, 8:30. The Ellsworth area coming up around 8:45, 8:50. Elgin at 9, Fletcher 9:10, Surreal 9:10, Sterling 9:30, Rush 10:15, Marlow 10:30, Duncan closer to 11, Walters closer to 11. So again, Linda, hopefully you just heard 11 o'clock there. Autumn, there are some big hail with some of these storms. Some golf ball size hail is the largest I've seen so far. That's what we're seeing right now. Chatty at 10:15, Cache 9:15, Mountain Park around 9:25, so Snyder around 9:30. Okay. There's that other storm out here in the Hollis area. So the communities of Lewis and Lincoln are seeing that right now, right along Highway 5. So El Dorado, you're hearing the rumbles off in the distance. This looks to stay mostly to your west. Okay, let me hop on here. So Melissa, I was saying about 9:30. Melissa Sanders, about 9:30. Okay, another thing I can do here, if you haven't seen this already, again, I'm working on one, bringing the one in Hobart back. And then I went all the way out here to Paul's Valley the other night as well. But this is what we're working on, getting these cyclone port stations. So this is a weather station. I know this says Paul's Valley right here. We are fixing that. Okay, but you can see the live clouds across the area. And I can take these. If you hop on the app, you can follow along as I mess around with these, okay? So you can see there's some lowered base out there towards past the refuge. So I can zoom in out there, and we can see a little bit more of those features. So we're looking, I've got to see where this is basically. If I click on that, there is Mount Scott right here. Then we're looking straight over Fort Sill back in the distance. So there are some lowered areas out here. And I've got to kind of draw a line from my camera to where we're looking at here. And I'm pretty sure I know exactly where we're looking at here. I'm going to say we're looking right here towards this area right there. So again, if you are watching here, that is around Mountain View. I believe so. Mountain View, just south of Mountain View, southwest of Carnegie. That's what we're seeing. And we're looking at that far away. Okay, so that lowered area you see right there is out towards the Mountain View area. Okay, so we can see that far. So there is your lowered area right here. There is some very broad, weak rotation that's taking place with these. So again, getting high atop the Apache Casino Hotel on the east side of Lawton, we can get a great shot of that storm system out there. Okay, so I'll be watching that closely. There is nothing coming out of the bottom of this, but that is definitely a wall cloud that is coming out of that storm that would be just south of Mountain View up into northeastern Kiowa County. And this is why we are working on these cameras here, so that we can get great views no matter where we are in southwest Oklahoma. We're going to get the one in Hobart back, Paul's Valley, getting that one swapped out, and then every other county seat in southwest Oklahoma is going to get one of these too. So that's what we're working on, trying to get at least a camera in these spots. But this is big deal, getting these views live on the Texas Weather Lab. Okay. My sister coming back from Paris, lots of huge clouds coming back from Texas. Or you're already back. Again, like, share, comment, interact with this. Let folks know that you're watching this. Again, we're going to watch that camera very closely with that lowered area up around. Again, we are looking way up here. It's kind of broken down a little bit, but we're looking right up here, Highway 19, south of Mountain View. You're able to see that view right in here. That's what we're looking at right there. So pretty impressive that we're able to see all the way there. So flat here. We're able to get those great views off towards the north and west. So we'll be watching that carefully. Line's about to move into Anadarko here shortly. Okay. Gracemont still seeing some heavy rain. Minko still seeing some hail. Kind of breaks up a little bit here around Hobart, and then still seeing that storm diminishing over Altus Lugert Lake. Zeus, is this storm tornadic? No. There is some again, with any of these hailstorms, you're going to have some rotation with these. Okay. That's what helps to keep the hail aloft. I'm not concerned as much about a tornado threat here as I am for larger hail to golf ball size, 70-mile-per-hour winds. Those are going to be the main threats. And then, as you're seeing here around Granite, some slow-moving storms could mean some flash flooding in some areas too. So, again, while it does show those characteristics with the wall cloud, I'm not really concerned about a tornado unless it really slows down and interacts with that boundary. Then we could possibly see a brief spin up. So that's why I'm going to be watching that closely. Is the cold front in front of these storms? No, they are going to be, these storms are going to be in front of the cold front. Okay. Jeffrey, I'm still looking roughly about 9:30. It may pick up the pace a little bit here. We may be closer to 9. But right now, about 9 to 9:30 is what I'm expecting here with these storms. They're still going at about 15 miles per hour. So extremely slow. KK, you can see the lowering of the ragged cloud base from Central High. So again, you can see that all the way out there too. So again, if you're wondering what she's talking about here, this is my camera atop the Apache Casino Hotel. They are my sponsor for this East Lawton Tower Cam, and you can see the ragged base right here. So again, that is your lowered area that's coming through, and you see how it's kind of rain free in here, and then you got that little ragged base. So some scary looking clouds for sure, but nothing tornadic here with these. You notice little things like these. These are scud. This just shows the rising motion of the atmosphere, and it also shows us which way the winds are moving. So we use them kind of like tracers too. So, but this is definitely the area I'm going to be watching here, just to the south of Mountain View. This is as far in as I can zoom. Yep, that's as far in as I can zoom right now. But again, we've got a great view atop the Apache Casino Hotel. This is Gore right here on the east side of Lawton, and you are looking off towards the northwest. So that's where we're seeing that ragged cloud base, as KK says. You can see it from Central High. That is where that storm is. So again, there has been just a ragged wall cloud here, showing you some broad rotation right around that area. So great shot. This is what we're looking for. This is why we're putting the cameras up. Okay. This is exactly why we're putting these cameras up around the region. We want a great view of everything across our area. I expect to see this severe thunderstorm warning for northern Jackson, southern Greer, and Kiowa County to fade away here shortly. Okay. So that's going to be some good news here. That rain falling in some very, very good areas, but definitely glad to see the severe threat fading away here. I would like to see it hang on a little bit longer to get some rain down around Tom Steed, but that does not look to be happening right now. Now, we still have that pretty strong storm here, golf ball size hail, just south of Hollis and Gould. It's going to be coming into far, far western Jackson County, west of El Dorado here in a little bit, and that'll be moving down into Hardeman County, Texas. Check here. Check the vertically integrated liquid, and you can see the hail core here. There is your hail. That's your golf ball hail. It is going to be about a mile or two west, 3 miles west of Highway 5 in Harmon County. So that's what we're seeing there in Harmon County. Okay, hide that. Go back to our reflectivity. So again, still a strong storm there. This is a fairly rural area of southern Harmon County. And this looks to stay mostly to the west of El Dorado as well. Susan, glad you guys are fine in Tulsa right now, but there are, I don't know where exactly in Tulsa you guys are, but there are some storms up there too. They're in between Sapulpa and Stillwater right now. So got to watch that line up there, filling in up around Miami, Newada, Veneta, starting to develop there. So you want to watch those, Susan. Those are going to be filling in and pushing south. So be watching for those. I'll try and jog up there from time to time to talk about those. McKenna, what about Altus? My sister lives there. Let's get back to the radar here locally. Okay, you're at ORU. Okay, all right. I'll be watching out. Altus going to get anything? Again, I told you how that storm up there around Altus Lugert Lake just parked itself and didn't move. It's fading away. But our only hope here is that this storm north of Duke can decide it wants to move too. It's just kind of parked itself right over the Greer and Jackson County line along Highway 34. So these storms out here in Greer and Jackson County just don't want to move. So Mangum is kind of seeing storms all around them and not getting anything out of it. Okay. So nothing really moving in the direction of Altus right now. I'll be watching it for sure. That storm out here in Harmon County is slowly moving off towards the south as well. Just slow movement here. If you're in Lawton, again, we're not really seeing much at the moment. I continue to see that storm south of Mountain View cycling back and forth. So I keep coming back to the camera over the Apache Casino, and I just keep looking at that area is just scraping the ground right now. I cannot zoom in any more there, and I can't see past the mountains and the Blue Canyon Wind Farm to see anything else there. This is where a camera in Apache would be beneficial right now to get a better look there. I know I've had the offer to put something in Carnegie too. So again, I know we are trying to make sure we have great coverage here. But again, you still see these lowered areas that we're watching. And if they interact with the boundary, we may have a brief spin up here, but I'm not seeing anything. Can't verify anything out of that here at the moment. Okay. But you're looking right there at that storm south of Mountain View and Carnegie. I'm going to go back to my velocity here, and we can kind of pinpoint there is definitely some strong inbound wind coming in here. Highway 15 just west, there's some strong inbound and there's a little bit of outbound. So you're still seeing that rotation right in here. That's what's producing that lowered area down around just to the south of Mountain View. Okay, I've got to fix this Geronimo camera that's blinking on me. Get back in here and see what we can get fixed with that one. Okay. Let's see how this has been going. So this is just recent. It's really starting to pulse up a little bit right along Highway 15, 115, near the community of Sedan. Okay, near the community of Sedan. Okay, and I'm trying to move this, get a little different view from Geronimo. Get a little bit of a different view from Geronimo. There's a couple of broad lowered areas that we're watching there. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit more on that too. Again, these are, you see in the lower corner of your screen, the camera there is out of Geronimo, and you can see a couple of lowered areas from there as well. So that's live on your screen. I've tried to zoom it in a little bit better, and it is just flashing in and out on me. So it's not fun. Okay. Sorry, changing things around here. Just trying to get things to look a little bit better here. Apologize. All right. Got Storm Track 360 from Arkansas looking in. Live coverage looking and sounding great on YouTube, watching on the 58-inch big screen. Well, I didn't put any makeup on. Maybe I should have blotted some of the oil off here. But hey, thank you guys. Look forward to working with you guys too. We've got some big things in store with some other groups around the country that we could talk about a little bit later. But still watching this lowered area. You can see on the camera just below me, that is from Geronimo, looking up towards the Wichita Mountains. And we're looking at those lowered areas. Again, this spot right here, like Highway 115, near the community of Sedan, south of Mountain View. And this is going to be north of the Comanche County line. So again, this is all fairly rural area heading into the Wichitas. So again, I know there's some folks out here, but again, this is some fairly rural area. Again, just going back to the reflectivity here real quick. Thankfully, the warnings over here in Kiowa, Jackson, Greer, and Harmon counties have been allowed to expire. You can see that in the crawl and in the box down in the lower right of your screen. So those will pop off here in just a second. The gentleman responsible for this wonderful look here, taking care of the crawl, Mr. Chris Phillips, from Weather Pulse and Forecast Canvas here, helping me make sure everything looks professional here. That new crawl looking great, working great, Chris. Thank you very much. You guys heading to bed? Here. Love you. Love you, sister. All right, you guys be good, okay? Okay. Love you. Good night. I got your bracelet here, okay? We're going to keep everybody safe, right? Do what? Okay. We'll mess around with some more stuff here later, Chris. So maybe now's not the right time to poke through that. But once things quiet down, we can. But no, let's go back to that cyclone port station on top of the casino. Again, from the Apache Casino Hotel, you can see there's still a rough, ragged, lowered area right here in the center of your screen. This is Mount Scott right here. This is Fort Sill right down here. And then there is that lowered wall cloud-ish area right there to the northwest of Comanche County. So again, that's what I'm looking for here. Let me pan it over just a little bit and let me just see if we're seeing anything else. What'd you say, sis? Okay, you're good. All right. So again, there's a couple of ragged lowered areas, but nothing really organized. You can see some more scud here over on the side of the screen, but all of this is, again, not anything organized, not anything tornadic, but definitely some great views. Thank you to our friends over at the Apache Casino Hotel for working with us. Michael, Josh, the folks there with IT and facilities for helping us. Coast Technology Group for helping get this installed. Steve, I am entirely indebted to you for helping me get this station going. So great views here from atop the Apache Casino Hotel. Watching these lowered areas where we're seeing that increased rotation. Again, it's not tornadic, but again, got hailstorms. We're going to see some rotation here. The warnings you could see on your map in the lower right for Harmon, Jackson, and Greer counties have been allowed to expire. And then you can see the latest radar sweep as those storms continue to move in the direction of Tillman, Comanche, and southern Grady counties. Okay, we've got an update here for the severe thunderstorm warning in Grady County. Starting to look dark to the north from Pioneer Park. And Jessica's saying, starting to hear some distant rumbles in Elgin. Yes, so that storm coming through Anadarko right now. That storm is still warned for ping pong ball size hail. I believe that's for that storm over here to the south of Mountain View. Probably be quarters coming through Gracemont and Anadarko, coming through there. Chickasha, I don't think that is golf ball size anymore, but we can switch over to the Twin Lakes radar over here and see. I think that's at least $quarter to $half that's probably coming through there right now. Again, we still have this severe thunderstorm watch in effect for our area going through 10 o'clock tonight. So we still have another 2 hours left to go here. Again, Altus really not seeing anything right now. That line is really breaking up right at the Kiowa and Jackson County line and then picking back up just to the west of Blair and down through the Duke area. So we still got a little bit of time left on this line working its way through. These are the only 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, at least in our corner of the state. There's a couple more up here. Northeast of Tulsa, that's Veneta and Miami, and up into southwest Missouri. And that's where you're seeing other severe storms right now. Broken line coming through the Tulsa area. Just doing a quick check here because I've got some friends up here at ORU, south side of Tulsa. Not seeing anything there right now, but that line will probably start filling in as it drops south towards Claremore and Tulsa. But again, coming back here to the area that we watch here across southwest Oklahoma, make sure you like, share, share this feed with your friends and family members. And if you don't have it already, download the Texoma Weather Lab app. You'll be able to see my live stream right there in the app. You'll be able to see the live radar. You'll be able to interact with the cameras too. And you'll get the latest alerts, accurate alerts right for your location just when you need them. Not for counties away, but just for your location. You can make sure that you take the Texoma Weather Lab app on the road with you when you're going on vacation as well. Turn on the GPS settings. It will follow you wherever you go. Whether you're going down to Florida, you're going down to Texas, you're going up to Colorado, wherever it is. Let the Texoma Weather Lab app follow you and give you that hourly, daily forecast and that live radar wherever you go as well. Okay, storms continuing back into the Texas Panhandle. Altus, if we could just see this fill in a little bit, I think I'd be happy with this. But right now, it's really falling apart right over Roosevelt, Blair. Not really seeing much. I really wish I had that camera in Hobart back. We'll get it back soon enough here. Again, thanks to all the folks that showed me some great hospitality up in Hobart. Well, we got that camera at least addressed with the next steps. Thank you, folks out there. Paul's Valley, thank you again for Mark Norman, the emergency manager out there in Paul's Valley, getting me squared away. Appreciate all your work out there too. All right, this line again, still moving south. It's been about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's been really slow. I'm going to track this line again. I'm going to keep it at about 15 miles per hour just to decide it's going to pick up speed a little bit more. So I'm going to do from this tail end out here. It is drying out quick there on that west side. So we're going to see what this does. If this is going to fade away before it gets here or what. But so it's pushing south. It's pushing into some unstable air too. So we should see. Let's push this down through Duncan and Walters just so we can see. So Chickasha, definitely not 945. I don't know what is wrong with these town names, these times over here in the west. Apache still around 8:20, 8:30. We're still looking closer to 9. I'd say Ninnekah is closer to 9, not 9:48, but 9. Elgin at 9, Medicine Park at 9, Cache Lawton around 9:30, 9:40. Closer to 10, 10:15. We go Chatty, Faxon, Geronimo, Hewlin, Marlow. I put Rush Springs probably about 9:50 right now. 9:50. Duncan, Walters, you're going to be coming up around 10:45. 10:45. And then you see after 11, Velma, Comanche, Temple, Deval. So we got a long way to go if this holds together for those areas. So again, if you're joining here, Apache about 8:30, say Ninnekah is closer to 8:45, Elgin, Medicine Park, 9 o'clock, 9:15 for Fort Sill. We're going to go about 9:30, 9:40 for Lawton, Pumpkin Center, Rush Springs, closer to 10, 10:15 for Chatty, Geronimo, Hewlin, and Marlow. And then we're going 10:45 for Walters and Duncan, and after 11 for Temple, Comanche, and the Velma area. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning here that just popped up. You just saw it flash across the bottom of the screen. Chris, will Norman see rain tonight? Well, looks like it is just staying off to your west right now. Picks up here around Tuttle. It's staying west of Bridge Creek right now, Chris. I thought that line was going to be a little bit more filled in at that point. You're going to have better opportunities here after midnight and through tomorrow morning. You'll have a decent chance. But maybe with this line, not so much right now. There is some stuff that's trying to fill in up here. We're going to watch that, Chris, see if we could get some more stuff filled in right now. But as of currently, not seeing any storms impacting you. But here in the next few hours, could see some spotty storms, more likely chances after midnight through the morning hours here on Friday. Okie Jammer, thank you. We got back on YouTube. That was my big deal, trying to get back on YouTube. So we found a way to get back on there. Okay. So this is ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving south at 10. It is just creeping along. It is not moving very fast. So just this cell here is moving extremely slowly. Okay, so come in here. We're going to push it in the direction of cash. That cell alone be the refuge here coming up around 9, Mears 9:05, Medicine Park around 9:30. We're getting over to cash around 9:50. Same thing for Indiahoma. That would impact Pecan Valley. I'm going to say closer to 10 o'clock. How's the hail threat for Chickasha? So that is still that is quarter size and 60. So they've just updated that one. So it looks like Missy, that hail is coming between Ampo right now. Amber Pocasset is going right between 92 and 81. And it's heading more towards Amber right now. I think Chickasha is going to find a little bit of a break in this line. The stuff that's out here to the northwest of Verdon looks like there's going to be a little bit of a break, but we're also seeing stuff along Highway 9 here starting to fill in. Again, the largest hail we've been warned for tonight has been golf ball size hail. Quarters is the warning that's down as far as the airport, but new warning, I would think probably $50 size hail might be something we have to watch out for, Missy. Donna, any hail coming for Lawton? That's complicated right now. This whole line continues to ebb, flow, develop, kind of blob its way south. The strongest hail, or the largest hail. Let me talk. The largest hail has been over towards that Mountain View Gotebo storm, and for the storm that was impacting, coming towards northern parts of Grady County. That's where we'd seen the largest hail warned, but not seeing anything reported out of that. I can turn on the storm reports here. Let's put wind damage, spotter hail, put all that on there. Let's see if we get anything, but I have not seen anything. You know what? We've got some of our storm chasers that are out there too. Let's see if we've got anybody out there. I know we had somebody. There he is. He's up here. This is Zach. Okay, and Zach is wrapping up. Zach is not diving south for tonight. He was one actually helped me get this camera installed up here in Hobart. So he's with the Tennessee Storm Chasers out of Memphis. So he's out there in El Reno. He's in the area. So he said, if I'm out there, you can take the shot. So I took the shot, but didn't really see. He's wrapping up, and he's going to just base camp in Oklahoma City tonight. So let's see again. Let's go back to the Apache Casino Hotel. And let's see. Again, the view below me is from Geronimo. And then this is that. You can see nothing really organized here. Coming over the refuge. And this is all well to the northwest of Medicine Park right now. It just looks a lot closer based on the view. Looks like it's coming right over Mount Scott, but it is nowhere close to it. It is way, way in the distance here. So again, just showing you here, just some ragged scud, some rising air, rising motion, just some scary looking clouds, but nothing that is really getting organized here at the moment. Don't want to block that. Katie says, or Kathy, sorry, sprinkles in Altus. Well, I mean, I'd like to see a little bit more than that, but right now that's about all we can get. It kind of picks up a little bit west of Martha, and that's it. Duke is seeing some scattered showers, but that storm is a shell of itself. It continues to fall away. El Dorado is going to miss most of the rainfall with that too. Okay, there's a new warning for this cell, ping pong ball size hail for that Anadarko storm now. Okay, Chickasha, south near Grand and 16 has no rain or hail yet, just dark and humid. So we're getting there, Okie. We are getting there. Anadarko, though, this is going to push in here. So this is for Grady and Caddo until 8:45. Ping pong ball size hail in 60. And it is still moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. So this specific storm we'd have to watch out for in Cyril, Cement, Elgin, Fletcher, Sterling, Rush Springs, Marlow, Central High. So we'll be watching out for this one. But again, it is moving extremely slowly, 15 miles per hour. Again, most of you drive your car through the neighborhood a little bit faster than that. So let's time this out. Okay, push this southeast. We're going to bring in Marlow with this. Okay. So Cement coming up around 8:30. Same thing for Cyril. We've got Fletcher at around 8:50. So that put it closer to 9 o'clock for Elgin. Sterling at 9:15. Rush at 9:30. Marlow and Central High closer to 10 o'clock. Closer to 10 for Central High and Marlow. So again, that's just this cluster of storms right there. So that's the latest warning. So they're warning these segments of the line for that larger hail right now. Still looking, just scary looking clouds from the Geronimo camera you see down at the bottom of the screen, just below me. That's a live look from Geronimo. Again, a big thanks to the folks at Distributed Network Services for helping me get that squared away. Also, the city of Geronimo for getting that up on top of City Hall there. So that's a great view. It's allowing to get us a great look at the Wichitas and over the city of Lawton too, and see that storm as it works towards Comanche County. So we're seeing the dark clouds, but nothing's really made it into Comanche County just yet. Okay. Again, out towards the west, Mangum, Altus, Hollis, that storm pretty much fading away. Not really seeing any much out there. Okay. But still, most of these severe storms are going to be between Highway 81 and Highway 183. So this corridor in here, these three columns of counties are where we're seeing a majority of the severe weather here in southwest Oklahoma. So whether it holds on to impact Lawton, we're going to have to see. Again, it's an area that hasn't been worked over yet, so we've still got the opportunity. So again, you can see there's a lot of rising motion in here, some lowered clouds. There's a special weather statement out in Harmon County. Okay, just the small sliver of it. Same thing, western Jackson County. Checking in what kind of risks are for today. So golf ball hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds is our primary threat, along with some localized flash flooding if we see that pop up. Good to have you in here, Ty, watching out there in Stevens County. Come back over here to my Geronimo camera. That's just keep trying to get that unstuck from time to time. It's too good of a view to hop off of it. Again, if you're just joining us, make sure you like this page. Make sure you share this with friends and family. If you haven't done so already, go find the Texan Weather app in your app store, both on iPhone and on Android. It's a free app for you. You'll be able to track the storms on your radar too. You'll be able to get my live stream, this right here, on your phone. If you have to seek shelter, you can't take the TV off the wall. Take the phone with you. I'll be there with you, okay, guiding you through it. You can see these cameras. Again, the cameras that I have on here, on the radar, there's a little radar antenna or a little radio antenna that says weather stations. Click on that. There's a little swirl over the city of Lawton, and this is what you see. You can see these cameras right there on your phone too at any time. This is graciously sponsored by the folks at the Apache Casino Hotel and the folks at Cycloport Radar Omega over in Georgia helping us with these. So this is your live look over the city of Lawton right now. Let me hop off of here. Go back to, okay, Kyle Carr, thank you for hopping in. Teresa Ann, thank you for your coverage. Crossing our fingers for nothing too severe. Yep. Again, we'll take the rain. It seems like it's either severe or it's nothing. So I'd really like some rain out of these. How surreal. Okay. We are just a few minutes out here. This is ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. And you're about 20 to 30 minutes out, Diamond. 20 to 30 minutes out. It's moving about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So ping pong ball size hail and gusts to 60. It's about 20 to 30 minutes out for you. Zeus, clouds looking like they're ready to drop rain. We can only hope. We can use some good rain. Need some good rain. Sandra Gould is watching in Altus. I wish we had some more to watch out there in Altus right now, Sandra, but it's kind of falling apart. You might see some gray clouds up there around Martha, but that's about it. That's fading away. Adam, do you think there will be any hail for Marlowe? I'd say there's a decent shot, but again, with these moving at 15 miles per hour, you're still 2 hours out, Adam, so a lot can change here. That storm that has ping pong ball size hail is still 2 hours away from you. It's moving at 15 miles per hour. You're about 30 miles away, about 2 hours, okay? Kristen Hudson, Chattanooga. Again, same thing. This tail end over here, is it going to hang on? Are we going to see more? It looks like it's trying to develop some more out here. And on its current pace, Chatty is also about 2 hours out. So we're still closer to 10 o'clock before this line makes its way to southern Comanche County. So again, I'm hoping we see a little bit more fill in here in the next little bit. But right now, it's kind of broken there from Cooperton all the way out to El Dorado. Not seeing anything. The one moving towards Ninnekah looks spooky. Well, let's see from the Twin Lakes radar. It looks like in the storm here, Anadarko, Verdon, Norge. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty decent shelf cloud. We're working on getting one up there by the Savoy, there in Chickasha. So we are working on getting a camera up there in Chickasha as well, so we can have great views there. Anadarko would be on top of the press box up at the football stadium. So working on getting that. Nick, Weatherford. Okay, we've got some. There is nothing going on in Weatherford right now. This is all well south of you. It's almost a whole county away now. There in Weatherford, maybe some scattered activity closer to sunrise, but right now, this round, not on the cards for you, Nick. Okay. Does it look like Walters will have anything still later on? Yep. Again, this is 15 miles an hour. Walters is down here. You're almost 3 hours away, Jazz. We're still a long ways to go. 3 hours away if it holds on. So still 3 hours away to get into northern Cotton County. Again, a lot can change between now and 3 hours from now. Again, that severe thunderstorm watch goes for another couple of hours. Oh, very nice. Very nice. No, that's awesome. That's always what I wanted to be since I was a kid. So keep fostering that, keep building that. This is a great place to learn. It was a great place to work. You get to see everything. So foster that, keep building that. We've got some I work for Starbase. So we've got friends up there that work at the Stafford Museum. So been up there and seen them. So good stuff up there in Weatherford. Has going to be a long night. Got to get up at 4. Yep. I get it. I got 3 kids, so they get up whenever. So I feel for you. Can I give a shout out for Hudson? Hello, Hudson. You too can do this one day. Get you a YouTube channel for weather started. Good to have you, Hudson. Brent, anything after this line? The models have been showing more stuff developing, like 3, 4, 5 in the morning, sticking around through, I say, mid to late morning on Friday. So there will be some scattered showers and storms trying to develop first thing in the morning. Will those be severe? I'm not anticipating those to be severe, but there will be some scattered showers and storms that develop just before sunrise and stick around through mid-morning on Friday. So Brent will have to watch out for that, especially for the eastern half of the area that I watch. So Hobart, Snyder, Frederick, East is going to have a good chance for that. He got all excited. No, love that. Love that. Any way we can get kids enjoying the sciences, that's awesome. And weather, again, obviously I have a sweet spot for that. So if we can get kids interested in weather, get that pipeline to OU going, right? All right, let's get back on our camera here. Again, high atop the Apache Casino Hotel. Yes, if you are joining, I know that says Paul's Valley. I'm working with my friends over at SDS Weather in Georgia to try and get that fixed. Okay, so I get it. I know that's what that says. A couple of things here. Want to go, let's look east a little bit here and see. Oh, I need to be on the real-time version and not the delayed version. So you got your lowered area over here. Go back to the west a little bit. Okay, another ragged area out there towards the west. So that's what we're looking at here at the moment. So nothing spinning coming out of here. Adam Whitaker just dropping in. What's the hail threat for East Lawton Pumpkin Center? So again, the biggest hail we've seen warned for tonight is golf ball size hail. Have I seen any reports of those? Not yet. So again, something I'll be watching for, monitoring, but really haven't seen anything. Will those come through Altus? Sandra, these are going to stay to your east right now. It looks like everything's kind of skipping on Altus with this line, and with the stuff in the morning, I think that stays to the east of Altus as well. Kyle Carr, since you're going to make it rain, can you send some to Medicine Park and help me unload a new couch out of the back of the truck? Oh, man. Anybody want to help Kyle out? Up there in Medicine Park, get that couch out of the back before it rains. Yes, Adam, we want the rain. We don't want the severe weather, right? We want to keep all that hail away from us. We don't want to deal with any of that. Again, hopefully you guys are enjoying the new view, the new layout of the screen. Again, live view from Geronimo towards the refuge down below me. You can see the live radar here just on the right side here, and then you can see the latest crawl across the bottom of the screen. It will flash when we get an update, a new warning coming in. And then you can see the bug, the alert bug, showing you all the counties and goes into each of them. So if you're not seeing me tracking one of these, you can at least see a quick little radar view of the storms coming through there. Opie Campbell, I'd have to put my shoes back on. It's a beautiful view up here at the lake. You make sure to rub that in every single time you're here. I'm a little jealous, Obi. I, too, would like to be at the lake. Okay, again, that storm, ping pong ball size hail and 60 mile per hour winds. So this line still 10 to 15 miles per hour. So let's track this latest line here. Still at 15. We'll say it's going to try and pick up some pace. And then over here towards Chickasha and push it towards Waurika Lake a little bit. So updated times here coming over Apache right now, any minute. Next 15 minutes, I should say, for Cyril, even though it says 8:50. I don't think that's quite right. We're looking at about 8:45 for Elgin, 9 o'clock for Medicine Park, 9 o'clock for Fort Sill, still about 9:30 for Cache and Lawton. Sterling about 9:15, Rush Springs closer. I'm going to say they're closer to about 9:30, 9:45 as well. Yes, Mary Lou Dwyer. Yes, these are heading in the direction of Walters and Comanche. I've got them in my track here, just shuffling that way. So Faxon around 10:15, Geronimo 10 o'clock, Marlowe 10:15, Duncan around 10:30. Same thing with Walters around 10:30. And then it's after 11 o'clock for Comanche and Temple. So if it holds together, Comanche and Temple, Northern Waurika Lake, Coram, that would be closer to 11 o'clock. So again, as we lose some daylight here, we'll see if this holds on. But right now, it's just this little line right here. Jog up here towards the north a little bit more. Got some friends up here, south side of Tulsa. Looks like those storms mainly staying over towards Claremore, Veneta, Miami. So if you've got any friends up there in Tulsa, it looks like those storms staying up there and out of reach. Again, like, share, subscribe to this page. Follow me on YouTube, Tech Summer Weather Lab. Download the Texan Weather Lab app. Again, you can interact with the radar. You can have my live stream, hourly, daily forecasts, accurate, timely alerts for your phone, just for your location, not for some county 2-3 counties away. You can set it up however you want it. Again, we're working on some other things in the background, trying to get some more cameras in place. We're fixing the camera in Hobart. So if you're joining from northern Kiowa County, I was up there earlier in the week, ate at the Cozy Diner, walked around downtown a little bit. We're getting that stuff taken care of. Same thing in Pauls Valley. We are getting that taken care of on City Hall. So we're going to have some more views here coming up very shortly. Zeus, I've always heard the mountains keep storms away from Lawton. They come from the north. Is there any truth to that? All right, Zeus. Something called orographic lift, okay, or orographic impact here. So having to do with mountainous areas. You get more of the impact from the Appalachians out in the east, the Rockies out in the west. Those are 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 foot mountains. They really dig up into the base layer of the clouds. Maybe millions of years ago when these Wichitas were a lot taller, they might have had a bigger impact, but they're not going to have any impact. They are not going to cause our storms to split. They are not that tall, not that tall to really have any impact. They are not reaching up into our base layer of our storms and kind of scrubbing them out. They are not that tall. There's a good lowering to the northwest of Latonka. So let's see here. Keep going back to my feed here, Obi. Keep looking from the, yep, there is your lowered area here. I'll go back to my, get this centered up a little bit more. That's more your scud clouds out there. Yep, that's your wall cloud right there. So again, some broad rotation. But that is your non-rotating wall cloud right now. So it's dropping from the base. So yes, there is a bit of a lowered area, as Obi mentioned. Again, this is a live look from the east side of Lawton at the Apache Casino Hotel. So getting us this great view, perfect views, unobstructed views towards the Wichitas. Again, thanks to all the folks that have made this happen, from the Apache Casino Hotel to STS Radar Omega, for making sure that we get these deployed across the region. We're going to be the largest camera network in western Oklahoma because of views like these. All right, see our winds. I know the wind direction is wrong. We've not gotten any rain there yet or any lightning strikes. We'll have to see if the lightning detector works well enough here. Okay. Let's delete that. Let's check the rotation on this just real quick. Bobby says it's very broken but cool looking. Yes. When you're not really expecting much of a tornadic threat out of this. Yep, there you go, Obi. There's the wind towards, there's the wind away, right here along 115 heading into Kiowa County. That's where you're seeing some broad rotation. So that's where that lowered area is that shows up from my camera right in here. You can see that plain as day. Keep trying the Weather Lab app. It's probably just me, but I can't get your voice. It's like finally got it. Okay, so there's something I'm going to try and work on with the app. I thought I had the sound going. Maybe this will work. Hopefully, you can at least get some ambient noise from me. Try it again and let me know if you're hearing me from the app. So hopefully, are the storms outside of Norge or cement weakening? So ping pong and 60. They're kind of holding steady, Samantha. They're kind of holding steady. So the wind's not as much of a threat as the hail is. Let me see where the hail is. So, yeah, say some quarter size hail is in pockets here, kind of in this Anadarko cement Verdon triangle right now. These are going to be diving off towards the southeast. So cement, Norge. Looks like the hail will probably stay near or just to the west of you there, Samantha. So we'll watch that closely. So again, 60-mile-per-hour winds, not crazy winds, but they're kind of maintaining right now. The larger hail is actually out here heading into the refuge. So west of Boone, heading down towards Mears. If you have anybody that's out at the lake, this is heading towards them too. So again, this is right about down to 115 in Mears. Let's get again, this is, it says it's 10. I still think it's moving at about 15 miles per hour. I'm going to track this to about Apache, and then I'm going to get some new folks in the track here too. Okay, push this towards the south. So Mears coming up at about 840. Is Lawton going to get some hail? It's possible. It is possible. I'm tracking that right now. Looks like, again, Latonka Acres about 835. There's the new warning. Here's the new warning. So you're going to hear it beep here in just a second. So it's quarters and 60s. So it's coming down a little bit. So again, baseline severe thunderstorm warning. Hearing like a wind noise. Okay, that's something I need to mess around with and see what I can find. So sorry about that, Sherry. I had it on the app, and then for some reason that is not coming out the way I wanted it to. I have to add the microphone back to this scene. That's probably what it is. Did not add the microphone to the scene. The current warnings. Yeah, I've got to mess around with this slide too. So severe thunderstorm warnings, Caddo, Comanche, Kiowa, Grady. Severe thunderstorm watch going for another hour and 35 minutes. So again, quarters and 60 are with the new warning. It's still moving at 10. I still think it's moving a little bit faster than that. So still looking 9 o'clock for Fort Sill, 9:20 for Cache, 9:30 for Lawton, 10 o'clock for Chatty, Faxon, Geronimo, Hewlin, Cox's Corner, Letitia, closer to 10 o'clock. We'll say Central High, closer to 10 o'clock too. So again, around 9 to 9:30 for the Lawton area. We'll see that coming in. It's like this middle part of the storm isn't severe, but the west side is severe and the east side is severe, but the whole line is not severe. So go figure. It's like a camera is coming through. Okay. Let me see. I think that might be this Geronimo camera is is definitely causing me some issues. I didn't realize that was actually pumping out noise. So go back to this Geronimo camera real quick, since that seems to be my bugaboo right now. Oh. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that solved some of the issue there. But again, I need to add the microphone as another source. Got to add that microphone as another source. Thank you, Javier. I wasn't catching the bird noise. You guys are definitely hearing that differently. So, trying to silence these cameras. So, Jenna, you might have already discussed the town, but what about cash? Cash coming about 920, 920, 925. It does say about quarter size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's about 920 coming across the refuge. Let's come back here to our camera. Go back to real time. Let's see what we can find here. Temperature slowly dropping, now just below 90 degrees. Winds are dropping too. Pressure is rising a little bit. No lightning strikes out of this lately. I was trying to test my lightning detector here. It's not showing me anything. It keeps cutting out. The audio keeps cutting out. Okay. I've got some tinkering to do with my OBS setup and make sure everything runs correctly. Seeing a slight clearing just north of Pioneer Park. Yep. Let's widen this out because I've got this zoomed in really tightly too. So see how wide out we can get this to look and see if this is more of a shelf cloud or anything like that. Not really much of a shelf cloud, but that's more of the area we're looking at here. Seeing some of that clearing area. Again, this is live atop the Apache Casino Hotel on the east side of Lawton. And you can see that's pretty much the extent of the storm system right there. We got some more off towards the north. I can kind of turn off towards the north and see what that looks like too. Got a new warning coming out. Some more stuff out here. Let's continue to see more rain all the way through. Now we're looking back towards MacArthur High School. In that direction out there, you can see the VA Center on the right side of the screen. Okay. Getting a new warning here. I'm going to take this back over here. You can see all the storm clouds just kind of looming off in the distance here. All right, new severe thunderstorm warning going to include Rush and Alec and Ninnekah. Quarters and 60 there too. Did you say it was clear towards Altus and is something else headed there? Not really. Not at this moment. There's not anything heading towards Altus. There's something southwest of El Dorado, and it continues to fade away, but there is a little bit of a gust front here. You can see some of the storms here over Kiowa and Comanche County. They're sending out this little gust front. So we may see the clouds picking up here, Sandra, and it may be enough. There's a little shower here in between Hedrick and Friendship. So you might be noticing that off to your east. If that turns into something, we'll see. But right now it is coming up dry. There are some new showers developing here between Roosevelt and Cooperton. So maybe we'll pick up something down here around Tom Steed, Mountain Park, Zvaboda. I've always enjoyed saying that one. Snyder. Okay, so the line kind of splitting here. Two severe sides of this storm. One cluster in the refuge, one cluster there in on the Caddo and Grady County line. So 2 areas of storms, both with quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So the threat is continuing to die down, but still it is a severe storm coming through. Again, I keep telling you, like, share, interact. Let folks know that you are watching this. Okay, there was a lightning strike on there. Let's see if my detector picked it up. But I don't know how close it has to be for it to detect it. But it's right there. You can see lightning coming out of that lowered area over there. You can see to the right of Mount Scott, there's been some lightning popping up out there. Just check the winds here real quick, see if there's anything notable happening out of these. It's turned into more straight line winds, really no broad rotating areas right now. Hail. Yeah, you're seeing, again, some pockets of hail. You can see here between Boone and the Narrows, coming up on Mears, there will be some pockets of quarter-size hail coming in. Kind of breaks up there between Boone and Cyril, and then Cement, Laverty, Norge is where we're seeing a bit more of the hail pockets. So these are going to stay southwest of Chickasha, might stay west of Ninnekah, heading down towards Farwell, Rocky Ford, Agawam, and Acme, Rush Springs. Michael, beautiful sky here in Fletcher. Again, thanks for you and your crew's help getting this camera atop the casino taken care of. It looks great. Thanks for all the headaches with trying to deal with those IP addresses and all that. Thanks, guys, for helping me out with that, getting that squared away. It looks great up there. Appreciate it. Again, just seeing those looming clouds off in the distance. Yeah, Chris, it definitely looks a lot scarier than what it is. So between, you can see the, this is Geronimo down here. That looks a lot scarier from that direction too. That Geronimo camera looks really, really scary too. You can see that looks, it's a non-rotating wall cloud working its way through. Just looks a lot scarier than what it actually is. No real big rotation coming out of these, but again, definitely makes you do a double take for sure. Back to the reflectivity here real quick. You can see that line of storms still working its way southeast. So Snyder, it's going to miss the bulk of this. Staying mostly to the southeast of Chickasha too. Try to get this where I can get bit of a line here. Push it down towards Waurika Lake. So still looking about 920 for Fort Sill. I think it's closer to 9 for Medicine Park. Sterling 910, Elgin 845, Cache at 10. I think it's going to be sooner than that though, probably 930. Lawton at 940. Central High at 950, Marlow at about 10, Rush Springs about 10, Bray about 930, or 1030, excuse me. Same thing in Duncan, Empire City about 1045, Walters 1045, Geronimo at 10, Temple after 11, Comanche after 11, Coram after 11, Walters 1045, if I didn't already say, 10 o'clock there in Hewlin. Letitia at about 9:45, so Pumpkin Center. Central High at about 9:50. So again, here over the next hour and a half coming across the county. Again, this is the Texoma Weather Lab live severe weather coverage as severe storms make their way through southwest Oklahoma. If you don't know who I am, my name is Austin Bowling. I'm a meteorologist. I was here in the Lawton market from about 2010 to 2018, and then I did some freelance times down at Wichita Falls a little bit. Worked a couple of years in my hometown of Knoxville and came back. Do work for the National Guard up on Fort Sill for a STEM program called Starbase. So again, appreciate everybody for hopping in on here. More than a decade's worth of experience covering this area here. So we're trying to put cameras in all the counties of southwest Oklahoma to get some great views. And that's what you're seeing right there with that Geronimo camera just below me. And then we keep going back to the casino from time to time just to check as things work their way in there. Again, kind of that broken line. I'll zoom out a little bit here to get a better view of everything coming in. I keep using the wrong feed. Okay, so that's more of the broad view of everything here. Still quite a bit of lightning out there. Colleen saying lightning and thunder at 82nd. Kathleen, we're in Comanche. Does Mother Nature know I need to sleep? Yes, it does. And it's intentional, apparently. So 11 o'clock for Comanche. So that got a good little while. So it's looks like we're looking pretty close in for these lightning strikes. So we'll hop back on that here in just a second. Seeing a shower that's popped up right over the golf course on Fort Sill. Coming through. So we're starting to see some showers popping up out ahead of this. All right. So again, the stretch of this is basically from just north of Indiahoma all the way back through Latonka, Elgin, Ellsworth, Cyril Cement, Ninnekah, and Chickasha. So this is pretty much the extent of storms in southwest Oklahoma right now. This area right here. That's it. If you are not inside this box, you are not seeing storms. So right in here. So heading towards Ninnekah, Rush, Elgin, Fletcher, Sterling, Medicine Park, Fort Sill, Lawton, Cache, Indiahoma, Central High, Marlow, Pumpkin Center, Letitia, Geronimo, Chatty, Faxon, Duncan. You all are in line for these storms over the next hour, hour and a half or so. Okay. These are all baseline severe thunderstorm warnings right now. So we've headed in the right direction. We're seeing the severity dial back. If you want to get the car in the garage ahead of time, maybe not a bad idea. But again, I'm not seeing anything as far as golf ball size hail coming out of this right now. But again, quite a bit of lightning, a little bit of heavy rainfall. We'll take a good drink of water on the lawn. But as far as anything significantly severe at the moment, that does not look to be the case right now. So you're seeing the live view from Geronimo down here below me. You're getting the live alerts across the bottom of the screen. You see the severe weather map with all the warnings and the radar down there in the lower right corner of your screen. So if I'm not on your area, you can see storms taking place elsewhere, rain where it looks like. You can see there, southwestern Jackson County, that rain is moving out, and just leftover thunderstorm tops elsewhere across the region, except for Chickasha to Apache, Elgin, Lawton, and Cache. That area continues to see the storms. So a new severe thunderstorm warning coming up for Caddo County. I just like this view so much. Just keep trying to hop back and forth. Again, thanks to the Apache Casino Hotel for their view. Madeline, this is one of the two cameras that we talked about. So this is one of them up here on the casino. The other one's going to go a couple miles north of this spot up on the creek. So this is what we talked about. So this is what we've got live now. So this is live from the east side of Lawton. So thanks for putting that story out there, getting the news out about what we're doing to keep not only Lawton safe, but all of Southwest Oklahoma safe. So thank you, Madeline, for shedding some light on that. Wanda Sue, thank you for staying on the weather. Not a problem. Nothing in Elgin. Little wind. Galen, it is heading that way, though. We are here from Kentucky on vacation in Cache and Lawton, and the truck won't fit in the garage. Husband is hoping against hail. Well, I think you should be fine, although there is some hail in that storm heading that way. If there's a carport or a car wash or something like that, if worse comes to worse. But right now, it's not any larger hail. Where are you guys visiting from in Kentucky? Been up towards the Hazard area a little bit, being from Knoxville. Spent a little bit of time in eastern Kentucky. There is that storm coming through. You can see they got this wavy edge right in here, that leading edge coming right across. Come back in here. See if there's anything. Check the winds here real quick. See if there's anything rotating. Not anything that really concerns me at the moment. I mentioned car wash. We're from Cynthiana, Kentucky. About 45 minutes from Lexington. That's a little too blue for me growing up in Knoxville. I'll be honest. I've got orange blood still. So that's a little too blue for me. Glad you guys are visiting, though. Jazz, is the lightning picking up on your system yet? Or is it still too far away? So it is not picking it up yet. I don't know how close it has to be for it to register a lightning strike. So it has not had one. We've not had one pop up here yet. So that's what I'm trying to see here. So it's got to get a little bit closer, Jazz. We'll see. I'm learning along with you. You're Vol fans in enemy territory. Good to know. My sister has to add her dig in here. Yeah, and still some great views from the Apache Casino Hotel. And you can see the Geronimo camera below me. Great views here. You can see the lightning strikes picking up through the refuge now. So we're getting some great shots on that. I kind of jog this camera to the east a little bit, see if we see anything. You see there's that whole leading edge of that storm right there. You can see it plain as day. There's the leading edge of the storm right here. Mike Keybone. It's hitting the Wichita Mountains Estates. That's accurate reporting that you're looking for right there, folks. Sweep back over here. Keep looking back towards the west. That's the scariest part of the storm over here. Scariest looking part of the storm right now. Over here, you see quite a bit more lightning out here. To me, half my neighborhood is dark and windy and cash. Hang in there, Tamiko. Are they out of power? It's already dark? Or you mean the clouds are dark? I hope they haven't lost power yet. Thank you, Jazz. All right, let's go back to this radar here real quick. So I don't know if they're going to issue. They might issue a new warning for Lawton. So just be aware of that if your phone goes off. It is for this tail end of the storm. Rush Springs here in the next half hour. Heads up to anybody in Walters, Hewlin, Empire City. If you see any of Mike Keybone's pool toys, they are heading your way. The skies are angry. We have power, just dark clouds. All right, I just wanted to make sure I was hearing the right thing. They're really, really angry. Thankful for these great views across the region. These make a difference. These make a huge difference to know exactly. I'm in a 10 by 10 office right now. I'm looking the complete wrong way for seeing these storms coming in here. So these are my windows to the area, and it's wonderful. And you just noticed there, you're going to see the flash right there. There is the update, the new warning. Ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So this is now moving southeast at 15. Ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's track this new warning. 15 miles per hour. Okay, we're there. This warning here, this will include Lawton, Geronimo, Hewlin, down towards Walters. So Fort Sill coming up here around 9:10. Cache, I'd say around 9:10, 9:15 too. We're getting into Comanche County, or the hospital here. It's going to be about 9:20, 9:30. Downtown is about 9:30. Get down towards Geronimo closer to 10. Hewlin about 10:20. And we're looking probably closer to still 10:30, 10:45 for Walters. If we hop over to the hail product, you can see there is your hail right there. It's coming over the Holy City, coming west of Medicine Park. So this is going to be more in line. This hail will be, the ping pong ball size hail is going to be coming up Looks like it's going to be western half of Lawton. It's coming up over the West Range, and it's going to come down towards the western half of Lawton. Kathy Woods saying we have dark clouds and lightning. Lee Boulevard, Dale Mission. Javier, it's raining in Elgin. Great news. We've been missing out. Janet, anything for Marlowe? It's going to be a bit. The hail is definitely picking back up for this western storm. So that's why we keep coming back to the camera here to see anything about this storm. So again, there is your hail core out here. The winds are starting to pick up. So sustained at 20. They're coming out of the north. The wind vane is backwards. So these are coming out of the north now. It's sustained. Definitely quite the light show out there right now. Still not close enough to get any lightning reported on it, though. I'm looking at it by Mount Scott. Dark, scary orange color. Definitely backlit by the sunset out there. All right. Wind is good. Still seeing that. Coming more towards the West Range. Live on the west side of Elgin. The storm is in front of the house towards Medicine Park. Nothing but bright orange sky to the north of us on the back side of the sky. Wind picked up quite a bit in Cache, and it's eerie looking. I need a Thunder Buddy. Is Geronimo going to get hit? It's still closer to 10 o'clock if it gets there. Still closer to 10 o'clock. There is the leading edge of that storm. It looks like it's definitely coming down a little bit here in Grady County, which is some good news. If we can see this storm weaken a little bit, that would be great. Lindsay, is there a risk of tornadoes or just thunderstorms? Yep. Just thunderstorms here. There's hail and heavy rain, some gusty winds. Evan says there's big lightning strikes in Elgin. They look very sketchy east of us going northbound on 44. Clouds are low, dark. Yep. What's the app called? Caleb, if you download this, are you talking the radar app or are you talking about my app that I have? I have the Texas Weather app. And then this is Radar Scope here. Yeah, so just search Texas Weather Lab, and that will get you to my app. Okay. Still not picking up any rain. Lightning strikes there. So that's the leading edge coming in here. I'll leave that pinned up right here, and you can see that. Got just bold to strike. Got quite a bit of lightning picking up out there. This thing is moving in on the west side. Low clouds, can see them racing south. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, you can see that leading edge. This is your shelf cloud rolling in. After this storm, I might get my new four-wheeler out. I pick this up a little bit more. Try and scan the clouds a little bit more here. You see the dark clouds everywhere. That's out towards MacArthur High School. Oh, just went dark. It just swapped to a different filter here. Is there a way to upload pictures into the comments? I don't think there is in the chat. If you want to message the page, you should be able to send it through there. Carlita, is there a tornado threat? No, there is not a tornado threat. Use text on the 7 and weather, not because sometimes weather comes down from the north and sometimes. Well, this is another option here. Okay, so this is another option for folks if they want to use my app. Try my best to keep folks updated here. So there's the leading edge of this storm coming right in. You can see the rain and the lightning all picking up in here. I'm seeing the hail picking up here over Latonka. It's going to be heading more towards Fort Sill and northeastern parts of Lawton. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you guys out there. Working on getting that camera out there at the tower shops. So hopefully we get that out there soon too. Teresa, it's the Texoma Weather Lab. So just search Texoma Weather Lab, and it's in the Apple, iPhone, and the Android store. Okay. Always time to drive home right in the hail by the lake. Keep me updated on what that hail is out there, Abby. Still watching. Wanda Sue's out there. Hail's coming right over the top of Mount Scott and Lake Latonka. So we're going to start seeing Lake Latonka, or we're going to see Mount Scott shrouded here really quickly. So there is that shot again. There's the leading edge of the storm kind of knuckling its way in. This is the view from Geronimo down here. All these folks walking casually through the parking lot. Okay. All right, there it is. That's the leading edge. Quite a bit of lightning coming down through here. Caleb, if you want to view them on my app, there's a little on the radar side of things. Yeah. On the radar side of things, there's a little antenna that says weather stations down at the bottom, and that's how you can see them, but you cannot control them. I'm the one that's controlling how they move. Tell the lights to hurry up, please. I'm waiting in line to check. Uh-oh. The lights shut off at the Dollar General. Oh, no. Look, it's Brooks's dad. Thank you for loving on our kid, Hunter. I appreciate it. Just search Tech Symbol Weather Lab, Caleb. The rain is starting out here in Cache. I'm going to hop off of here and just get you another look here. It is starting to rain there in Cache. Raining on Fort Sill. Elgin seeing some heavier rain. Sterling seeing some heavier rain. It's dying out here over Grady County right now. 40 to 50 mile per hour winds. We're going to start seeing those winds picking up here. Sustained at 35 there for a second. Or gusts 35. They're listening to me at the Dollar General. All right. It is rushing through right now. We'll time this out here in just a second, but there's the leading edge of that storm coming right through. You can see sustained winds at about 40 coming through. A lot of lightning with this. Brittany Brown says major winds and lightning in Wichita Mountain Estates. So sustained. We had a gust of 44 a second ago. Again, these winds are, the wind vane is backwards, but the speed is correct. Mike Neff, thank goodness for the rain. Thank you for your coverage. Mike, I try. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Car wash on 49 across from Max is full of cars waiting to storm out. Uh-oh. Including us. It's going to fill up real fast, isn't it? Okay. So the hail has upped. So Medicine Park is getting the hail right now. So Medicine Park is getting the hail. This is coming over towards Fort Sill, and then this is going to come over towards the East Lawton, Rogers Lane. East Lawton is going to pick up on this hail here. Golf ball size hail now. Moving southeast at 15. So this is over Mount Scott, south side of Lake Latonka. Coming over Medicine Park with the hail. Golf ball size hail now. Keep the reports coming in if you get them. Can only go out when it's safe to do so once it passes. Stay away from your windows while it goes through. Still at 15. I do this cellular path here. Okay, so Fort Sill at about 9:30. We're looking at up here, Turtle Creek. It's going to be about 9:50. The casino here, it's about 10 o'clock. Kathy Woods starting to rain Lee Boulevard and Deo. Quarter size hail at Latonka. Starting to rain at 82nd. So there is your hail core right there. Going over Medicine Park, heading towards Fort Sill at 9:30. And over towards East Lawton, closer to 9:50. Go back to starting to hear the rumbles here now. Seeing the rain coming through. It's starting to rain now. That's 52nd Street, so west of 52nd Street. Seeing the rain. Jennifer asking about Geronimo. It's going to be close for Geronimo here. It's going to clip Geronimo here in the next 20 minutes or so with some heavier rain. So we're going to see that coming through. Watch out for some isolated flash flooding. Again, some of those low-lying areas that tend to pile up. We want to watch out for the rainfall here. It's been raining for a little bit up there at Ellsworth. What are the main threats with this storm? I've been watching. It looked like, from my perspective, been trying to get more organized and form a wall cloud of some sort. I am in the heart of. I'm off of Sheridan, so I'm more in the heart of town. Let's go back to our camera here. See the view that we can get from first it was Brooks's dad, now it's Christy's husband. So it's raining and thundering in Altus. All right. We did get some storms to pop up there in Altus. Good deal. Been so focused on the storm approaching here that we've got some rain out there in Altus. Good little downpour there for sure. Mountain Park, Tom Steed, Mangum trying to pick up on some rainfall too. So that's some good news. Thank you, Sandra, for getting me focused over there. I think it looked more like a shelf cloud than a wall cloud, but yep. There's not much of the way of rotation, so it's definitely a shelf cloud. That's definitely a shelf cloud coming in. So the leading edge are some gusty winds coming through. So that is a shelf cloud. Winds have gusted up to 45 so far. Pouring at 82nd. It's raining hard at Lee Boulevard and Dale Mission. Again, there is your shot right there. The storm continues to come in towards the east side of town. Definitely rumbling pretty well, too. There's that leading edge of that shelf cloud. You can see it really well right there. There's your lightning strikes. So there's the leading edge of your shelf cloud coming right there again. Great shot. All the lightning. Hail is still being warned for golf ball size. That was at Latonka going through Fort Sill and towards the east side of Lawton. So we're going to see the hail core here. John Brown, how large will the hail be and how strong will the winds be? Still 60-mile-an-hour winds, John. Golf ball size hail. Fort Sill, east side of Lawton. Still not picking up any lightning strikes. It's going to be closer, apparently. When will it be over at Lake Latonka? All right, Mary, let me see. It's probably got another 10, 15 minutes left. No tornado warnings with this, Jennifer. No tornadoes. Still looking, Madison, closer to 10, 10:30 for you if it holds together. But you're seeing here, that's the leading edge of the shelf cloud right there on the screen. All right, getting a report, I-44 at Medicine Park, power line flashes and sparks flying with strong winds. Again, from a storm spotter, I-44 at Medicine Park, power line flashes and sparks flying with strong winds. So there's some power flashes we've got to look out for here. Some very strong winds coming through. Decent winds, 67th and Cache. Marlow, we're still looking closer to 10 there as well. Rain on 67th. Lightning in Medicine Park is impressive. Let's hope it doesn't hold. You and me both. So it is coming through pretty strong. So there are some wind gusts. Not saying anything more than that. Some pretty strong. There's a lot of lightning with this. Gotten some reports out at Latonka, 50-mile-an-hour winds. Already 3/4 of an inch of rain in less than 10 minutes. Kathy, if it's safe, if you guys have an idea of what that hail size is. Yeah, nasty looking storm coming across the Lawton Fort Sill area. That's the leading edge. You can see some power flashes out there too. There's definitely some power flashes going on out there. Strong winds coming through with this storm here, folks. There's no tornado threat here. This has all been straight line winds. It's all been straight line winds coming through here. Should be worried about a camper at Waurika Lake. You're still a couple of hours out as it gets to be down around Walters and Comanche. If it's still pretty strong, I'd definitely consider redirecting my camper, but it's only moving at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So Brandon Lee, very strong winds at 60. There's the power flash right there, folks. You're seeing more of those, more power flashes up here. I don't know if that's at Fort Sill or if that's the neighborhoods, Garden Village, but definitely some strong winds here, folks. You get some power flashes here in Lawton. I mean, it is a light show with this. Oh no. How big is it? Okay. Do what? I know it's hitting the side of the AC unit. Wind at 38th and Lee is crazy right now. Again, still gusts up to 40 here. And there is just lost power at 52nd and Gore. You don't see it, just sounded like it was hitting. We swear we're hearing stuff pinging off our roof here, but we don't see anything on the grass. Visiting Duncan, and y'all got no covered parking anywhere. Welcome. I don't have any in my driveway either. How's it looking for Lawton? Again, this is the live look from East Lawton at the casino. I mean, there are power flashes going on. You can see how dark the sky is. Like everything's fuzzy back here. There's torrential rain coming down. It is coming down for Lawton right now. I'm gonna pin this over here in the corner. There is the storm working its way through. It's just now getting to. I swear I'm hearing something. It's plunking something. Strong winds and hail on the west side. Aaron, give me an idea what you see. Matt, Aaron Richardson, power flickered, 24th and Cash. Crazy by my house at Tomlinson Junior High. Well, Nikki, we're in the same boat, so keep me posted what you see. Nickel-sized hail off of 49. It's pea-sized hail here currently. So that's from my sister, a reputable source down the road. Nope, no covered parking here in Duncan. Having a quarter, yes, not fast enough. Anything serious. So still the possibility of golf ball size hail out here. I haven't heard anybody say they've gotten golf ball size hail yet. Aaliyah says definitely hail. It's hailing near Lowe's and Lawton. The wind is pretty crazy. Power flickering on the east side of town. So there's the rain right there you see. I've got my wife stationed by the front door. She's trying to give me an idea of what's happening here. Again, you see the picture in picture here. The shot up here in the middle is from the casino. The one on the bottom is from Geronimo. I need to go back in here. All right, just trying to reset that Geronimo camera from time to time. This is the only warning in town right now. There's some rain and some rumbles out towards Altus and Mangum and Manitou. There's some rumbles out around Elgin and Sterling and Rush, but it is Lawton right now that is dealing with the hail and the wind right now. And I'm losing my lights. I've had my lights on here for most of the evening. So still being warned for golf balls. It's just pea size? Smaller than peas. They're tiny. Okay. It does sound really loud. It sounds a lot louder than it actually is big. So just keep going back and checking the velocity here. It just sounds like it's definitely some hail falling. You see the winds that are going away, winds that are going towards. There's definitely a bit of a downburst here. That might be explaining why we're seeing some of the power flashes here. Definitely some stronger winds. I got to go back into my station here and pick up if it's picking up any stronger winds with this. It's been gusting to 50 not long ago. So 50 mile an hour winds. Sustained at 35 right now. Gusting to 50. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning that now includes Central High. We'll touch base on that in a second, but look at the torrential rain coming down here. It is just coming down in sheets. This thing is getting a workout already. Getting a workout. Oh, no. I just lost it. Are you kidding? So, to Matt, Postal White, if you are still there, my camera got blown down on your roof. So, yes. So the camera got blown over. My camera got blown over at the casino. The casino got blown over. So, yeah. So that camera is going to be down. I hope I didn't break anything. I hope I didn't hurt the roof, but it is definitely down. I'm not picking up any more readings. I'm going to have like 10 cinder blocks put down on that roof. Keybone, it was the Apache Casino on the east side of town. It blew it over. I saw it tip over and it lost connection. So that camera blew over. So now each of my 3 cameras have had issues. I'm going to have to load them down with cinder blocks. But it was definitely stronger than 45. So the camera went down. Great. Yeah, there's the sustained wind at 0, so it definitely went down. Yeah, Michael, we might have to find 10 more cinder blocks for this. It is nuts right now. My husband said the target sign blew over into the road in Lawton. Oh my gosh. Better put 20 just in case. Oh my gosh. Yep. You know when it's going to hit Geronimo. Hit Geronimo. It is. We've still got Geronimo down here in the corner. Please don't blow it off the city hall. So Geronimo here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. You can see the lightning here from Duncan. Strobe lightning is what I see so far. Street flooding, strong winds on Rogers Lane with branches down and small metal roof debris on 82nd Street between Cash Road and Highway 62. So it sounds like there's some damage out around the shopping center on 82nd Street. We're getting that report of the winds blowing over the Target sign or blowing parts of the Target sign off and metal roofing debris on 82nd Street between Cash Road and 62. Is this heading towards Empire? Yes, it is all heading in that direction. Comanche Cam sounds better anyways. I understand. Lots of pea-sized hail by lows. We're currently without power on the east side, Pioneer Park. So just rain for Lawton tonight. There's some small hail out there too. Hey, we got Scarlet. Hopefully you guys are safe up there. Do you think they will blast the sirens for high winds? I believe they do it for 80. How much longer is this storm going to last? Yeah, it is dumping some heavy rain right now. Keep trying to go back to the again, it's not showing anything. Goodness. Well, that's a bummer with the camera today. Is it going to give me some life? There, you can see it's crumpled ruins right here on the roof. Huh. Well, there you go. We at least know it works. It still works. You're looking at the base of it, and it's pointing up towards the north. So I hope the wind vane and all that is still together, but it is still broadcasting data, and we are having the power flicker here. So I apologize if my coverage goes out, but that is my camera right there laying on the roof of the casino. Lights out on the east side. I think our whole church is on here. Yes, I've seen Neff and I've seen Javier on here. We're just missing Riley. 38th and Lee got a huge blast of wind and power flickers. How about Cash? And this needs to pass so I can go to sleep. So yes, there is my camera. Not often you get this. So note for next time. And if Chief Humphreys in Hobart is looking, yeah, we're hoping those are ratcheted down pretty tightly. So again, we know we've got power. It's still transmitting. We'll have to see if the wind vane is broken. I'd rather change a wind vane than anything else, but it ripped. There were 8 cinder blocks on that. 8 cinder blocks on that thing. There it is. This is heading ping pong ball size hail, 60 mile per hour winds. It's moving southeast at 20 now, so it's definitely picked up the pace. And this is on a course for northeastern Cotton County and Stevens County. In Lawton needing to get home to Elk City. When will it be safe to go? Jonah, Renee. It's going to be, we're going to have to give this another half hour or so for this to clear up. But then there's still some rain out towards Cache, Snyder, and Altus. I don't know which way you go, but it's right along the highway here. If you can get past Mountain Park, you think you'll be fine. But again, just this is the main storm right now that's causing all the issues. Pea-size hail at East Lake. It sounds like it's trying to calm down. The hardest part right now is over East Lawton. There is, you can see this little Boeing segment right here. That is your strongest winds, and that's definitely what has contributed to me seeing my camera topple today. So still online, so that's definitely some good news. Let me get a new track here because it's picked up the pace at around 20 miles per hour. So let's get more of this path. Okay. No, I'm going to redo that. I want the strongest part of this storm. Central High, 10:20. Might be sooner than that. 10:35 for Duncan, 10:25 for Empire City, 10 o'clock for Walters, Comanche at around 10:30. So with it picking up the pace, it's a little bit before 11 o'clock now, closer to 11 for Waurika and Addington. Jane Ann Blair, has Tillman County missed it all? For the most part, there's some stuff up around Manitou. That's about it right now. The front is passing, or the gust front is passing through. Power flickering by Chick-fil-A and Sheridan. Starting to rain on 90th and Lee. Empire is starting to see more lightning. And trying to quiet down in Altus. The storm has arrived in Central High. Thanks again for taking care of us. I'm going to drive around looking for my favorite floaty. Best of luck. Hopefully it didn't end up in Texas. But yes, stuff has definitely got tossed around tonight, including my own. You can see the rain pouring down here. That is from Geronimo that you see below me. That is a live look from Geronimo. It's looking towards the north. You can see the rain absolutely pouring down in sheets. Tree fell in my yard around Cameron. I believe it. Will there be a second wave for Lawton? There might be some of this rain over towards Cache that tries to come in, but right now that is just some lighter rain. Part of my outdoor couch is gone. Things are just blowing everywhere. Horrible on the east side. Got kiddos in the tub just in case. Power flickering, winds crazy. All the time, Jackie. It's what I live with. Always. Might have to find my trash cans in the morning. Power flickering in MacArthur Park. Starting to rain. 135th and Lee. So yes, you're seeing this over here. Anything else for Geronimo after this? Sharing this stuff south of Indiahoma probably will head that way too. Okay, so we can see some of that. Adam Whitaker, 1 mile west of 65, half mile north of Highway 7. Wind started to pick up. Yep, I believe that. Your trash can is in Texas now. It belongs to Texas now. No power in Sullivan Village. There is no volcano at Mount Scott. Stop. Starting to slack a little near Target. Yeah, it's lightened up rain-wise there. Back edge of the rain is actually over Cameron right now. It's pouring at Second and Gore. Again, if you're just joining me, my brand new camera up here at the at the hotel has tipped over. It's still broadcasting, but it's still there. We'll get that upright and strapped down. Do I see the hail bouncing off the camera? No. No, I don't. I don't see it. Hankins, pea-sized hail now, and those trash cans probably took a passport to Mexico. Yes, they've gone to Cancun for sure. Small hail in MacArthur Park. Is this coming to Paul's Valley? Probably not, Tiffany. Probably not. This is going to stay away. No electricity in Hedrick. So this storm over here is causing some power outages. Corey Lee, the weather family over there in Altus, an inch in 45 minutes. Thought the bubble had won. Glad it rained. Thanks for what you do. Thank you, Sue. Sounded like a transformer blew over by the hospital. Losing power south of Highway 36. What hail we had? Very small. About quarter size hail. Yeah, Tiffany, it's not going to come to you. That storm's not coming to you, okay? Not heading your way. Oh, that was rough. Power's out. I see hail on that bottom camera. Yeah, that camera. Power flickering in Old Town. No power on the east side. Yeah, that Geronimo camera is taking a beating too. Will this be the last rough storm we get tonight? Yes. Lots of power flickering and very high winds in Geronimo. Yes, there are some strong winds coming through here with this storm. We have power on the east side. There's some winds heading away and winds heading towards. I'm going to try and move this Geronimo camera around. There's some rotation here that's picking up down around Hewlin. So if you were in Hewlin, Empire City, definitely want to be watching out for this. This is trying to organize a bit more here. Hewlin heading south on 65. It's trying to organize itself. There's quite a bit of rotation that's there. Is it tightening? I'm not sure. Try and move this Geronimo camera a little bit and see what I can find. Again, there is some strong rotation right here. This is heading towards Hewlin. Hewlin? Rotation? No. I don't like it either. It's Lawton done for the night. Just rain and hail. Sorry for all that stuff in the chair. Tree blew over in front of my neighbor's yard, Northwest 45th. There's a lot of stuff that's been blown over here tonight. And that Geronimo camera is just getting absolutely hit. Just sheets of rain there. Yeah, this is a destructive storm now. It has just ramped it up. 80-mile-per-hour winds. Now that it's past Lawton. So again, your 80 is going to be near Hewlin here. That's where you're going to see it. Hewlin, it is trying to head a little more south. So Walters is in this. Empire City's in this. This is the bypass to Duncan. That's in that too. So this is a new warning. Golf ball hail, 80-mile-per-hour winds. This is a destructive storm. As you're seeing here, the sideways rain coming down through the Geronimo area right now. That is a significant severe thunderstorm warning now. So very near. Again, Hewlin right now is seeing the strongest of the winds. Yep, everybody's getting the severe warnings there. $80-mile-an-hour winds, golf ball size hail. It's moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. And there's your rotation very close to Hewlin. Again, there's no tornado warning here, but I need folks in Hewlin sheltering right now. Inside and away from your windows here in Hewlin. Highway 65, Cotton Comanche County line over towards Stevens County line. Will this get to Comanche? Do you suggest hitting shelter? Not. I would be ready to go. I'd be ready to go here soon. Not this instant, but I'd be ready to go here soon. Is east side of Lawton and clear of the rotation? Yes, this is southeastern Comanche County. This is southeast of Lawton, Cindy. 3/4 of an inch of rain. Geronimo need to take shelter? No. There are still some strong winds. I need you inside and away from the windows. Is this going to hit Wichita Falls? No. 5th and Virginia and Walters has no power. I'm wondering if a substation has been struck by lightning. It's strong winds out there too. I mean, anything's possible here. Power is going off and on. So again, this is going southeast at 15 miles per hour. Again, we're just going to look at there's definitely a rotation area right in here. I mean, you guys can see that as clear as day. Definitely a rotation area in here. Acts like a rear flank downdraft, the back edge of a supercell here. How's Walters? We just lost power. Small rotation on radar northwest of Geronimo. It would be northeast of Geronimo. That's not the area I'm looking at, Eric. It would be up here out east around Hewlin. That's where I'm looking at for that rotation right now. That's at least from how the storm is laid out. That's my biggest concern out here. Okay, let's put a track on this real quick. Cut this down to 15. It's going southeast. So Walters, I think it's a lot sooner than 1024. It's going to be here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Empire City at 10:25, Duncan around 10:40, Comanche 10:45, Hastings 10:50, Addington 11, Waurika 11:15. A tree fell in our car in Lawton. Oh no, Mia. I hope everything's okay. It's that rotation specifically coming to Duncan. I think it's diving southwest. John, that is the storm in question is southeast of Lawton now. The storm in question is southeast of Lawton now. So there's going to be no sirens based on where the position of the storm is. I know parts of South and East Lawton are in this warning that came out, but the prime area is southeast of town. It is now up just south of Hewlin. This is wrapping up. This is going to stay northeast of Walters, but this is going to come very close to Empire City. Highway 53, just west of Comanche. I need Empire City and Comanche to take your safety precautions right now. Temple, that's going to be coming up here for you around 10:45 as well, but I think the prime area is going to stay just to your northeast as well. I'm going to say it's probably closer to 10:45, 11 o'clock for Temple. 10:45 for Temple. There's still rotation out there. It is just south of Hewlin. There's still rotation out here south of Hewlin. There's some large hail with this too. Again, golf ball size hail, 80 mile per hour winds. There is some rotation here. It's back behind the gust front here. So again, there's your gust front right in here. It's a little bit set back from the area of rotation. So again, we'll be watching this closely for potential development, but it is not right along the boundary. So I don't see a tornado forming imminently here, but it is definitely a strong signature here. I definitely need the folks in Empire City and between Walters and Comanche to be seeking their shelter. Story, I think this is going to stay well to the east of Walters. I'd be more concerned about the Stevens County side of Highway 53 right now. So Comanche and areas west of Comanche on Highway 53. Thought the city of Lawton or Comanche had it to be the tornado sirens go off anywhere in Lawton. Okay, well the actual they can decide when they're going to set those. So even though it was in the warning, the focus area of that storm was well away of the city of Lawton, so they decided not to push that. So again, The 80-mile-an-hour warning did include parts of East Lawton, but the actual threat of 80-mile-an-hour winds was well to the east. Okay, so they can make that determination whether they want to pull the trigger on that or not. So Lawton probably did see some 60 to 70-mile-per-hour winds in there, but we were not in the line for the 80 with this warning. Pioneer Park is without power. So I need Empire City and Comanche to be seeking their precautions here inside and away from the windows just in case. Empire City here coming up in the next probably 20 minutes. Comanche closer to 10:30, 10:45. The rotation is not near Geronimo. It's about 10 miles to the east. It's 10 miles to the east. Parts of Park Lane without power. We're just ready, just in case, hoping it winds down. Having the power flicker here again. Driving home to Geronimo from Chickasha. Should we pull over? Let me see. I know it's trying to go out here, so I apologize if my stream goes out, guys. We're seeing it flashing here at home. Michaela, I think you're going to be able to make it here. It's going to be east of town, east of the interstate. So the lightning is unreal. That big tree damage at MacArthur Park. Wind was so hard it was shaking the windows. Calm down now. Power flickering though. Northeast Lancaster is without power. Strong winds hitting Walters now. Felt like a tornado went over my house. It was definitely some very strong winds, folks. Definitely some very strong winds. I'm sure it was every bit of 70. My system topped out at 50, and then it started tipping over. So I did not get a true gauge of the wind, but I just know that I have to put 10 cinder blocks down for this system the next time. Power is out in spots in Walters. Duncan lights are flickering. Power flickering in Fletcher. So it's been flickering here. So there's something going on in the county that's causing this. Okay, Walters now has no electricity. So Walters is without power. Strong winds. Again, the focus area is to the east and northeast of Walters. Okay, but some very large hail probably came down there. A lot of hail coming down around Hewlin. Go back to the velocity. I'm trying to go back in here. So that velocity area is coming down. It's still rotating here south of Hewlin. Again, another storm coming up here for Chatty and Faxon. There's nothing severe with this. Okay, Snyder, Hedrick, seeing more rain. Tom Steed, Mountain Park, Blair, just east of there. So this is heading down towards, it might stay north of Tipton. Terry Ann Underwood, Marlowe flickered a couple of times. Okay, there's a new warning now that includes Duncan, Comanche. They've dropped it a little bit to 70. Kyle, there's the cold front right up here. Is it normal for it to move northwest to southeast without a cold front? It's got that initial kick, and now it's starting to head down towards the south. Is the other storm severe? No, that one's just some heavy rain. The storm out around Altus is stronger. That's going to be heading towards Snyder, Indiahoma, and maybe other parts of western Comanche County. So we'll be watching out for that. Sister-in-law on East Gore Boulevard. Is there damage there? I know there's a camera down on top of the casino. That's mine. That's the only damage I'm aware of, but there's some other power outage. There are some tree damage that I'm aware of. So, Mike, you missed it. My camera got knocked over. So, took a 60-mile-an-hour wind and just pushed it over. So, it's been, let's see if I can show it still. It's up there. It's on the roof. We'll get it fixed. There it is. It looks like the rain stopped, but we're going to get it back upright and back and going again. So it's Lawton at risk anymore tonight. This was the one at the casino on the east side of Lawton. So it just it's still working. We just got to get it back on its feet. And Wagoner, I don't know about Wagoner. I don't remember where Wagoner is. There might be some more storms here tonight. They've got some storms that are just heavy rain, autumn, that are trying to move in from the west. But again, nothing quite like what we just saw come through. Is there anything about to hit Duncan? I think the strongest part of this storm is going to stay south down around Empire City, Comanche, Waurika Lake. But there will be some gusty winds in there. Kevin Ray, how hard is the wind? Wind with in Duncan is probably going to be closer to 60, but the 70-mile-per-hour winds will be down here between Walters, Empire City, down towards Coram. Lightning is putting on a beautiful show here in Duncan. Hello, Melissa. Thanks for checking in. Now it's getting over into Stevens County. Other side of Muskogee and Coweta. Okay. Well, there are some storms developing up there around Tulsa, so we'll have to watch out for those pushing their way through. Do we need to take shelter? I have a baby. I need to confirm. I would get inside and away from the windows. The strongest of the winds are going to be up towards Empire City and Highway 53, so Coram. I think the strongest of the winds are going to be just northeast of there. Got power out east of the highway, trees covering the road on Rogers Lane. So we got trees down on Rogers Lane. That's coming from Jerry Anderson at K-Law. So again, if you're traveling on Rogers Lane, you're going to have some trouble there too. Does Altus have more coming? There is just some heavier rain. I think this is your rain chance for tonight, and it's moving on. And most of the stuff that redevelops in the morning is going to stay to your east. Getting loud in Chattanooga, just jumped out to see that. Yeah, there's a gustier thunderstorm there, Amy, but it is not severe. It's on the stronger side. Neighbors in Walters rushing to their shelter. Are we okay, or should we take shelter? The worst of this storm is staying to your northeast. It's definitely very windy, Bailey. I'd stay away from the windows. But again, the worst of the storm is off to your northeast. Just learn to your page. Appreciate your updates. Thank you. Appreciate it. Is there any tornadoes going to hit Waurika or Duncan area? This is definitely some very strong straight line winds. I think the main gust front is out ahead of this, so it's not really able to tap into it. So that's what we're seeing. I think it's more straight line winds with this, Melissa. More straight line winds with this. Lightning is wild at Empire City. Yes. I mean, you can see this is my Geronimo camera right here. It is getting knocked around. It's Lawton okay. Yes. The last little bit of the rain is moving out of town. And the winds continuing to go. I just see the power keep flickering. Lights out on Gore in front of the casino, too. And no electricity. Yes, everybody needs some sleep tonight. How's it looking for Loco? So this is still moving southeast at 20. Let's get a new track on this and let's see which way it's moving. I didn't even get Loco in there with that. It's going to be closer to 11 o'clock, Hannah, if it gets there. Looks like the worst of it's going to stay closer to Comanche, Addington, and Waurika. So it's going to be close, if not just to your south and west. What time will other storms be here? I have to head to Herandalet in about 2.5 hours. So there's some other storms up here that are kind of hanging on. They haven't really moved south of Cache, north of Chatty, and then over here around Snyder. They haven't really moved. They've been really slow. And Walter's getting hammered. I just saw neighbors on both sides go to shelter, have me freaked out. It's definitely very windy. The strongest of the winds is just to your east. How's it looking for Empire City? I definitely be hunkering down, Rebecca, in Empire City. You're going to see the winds pick up here in the next few minutes, 10 minutes. You think Duncan will get any rain? I think Duncan will get rain. The heaviest is going to be to your south. Looks like a mouth going to open us. He's in Comanche. That's that area rotation, Justin, that's coming in here. That's the strongest of the winds right there. So that we need you guys hunkered down here, inside and away from the windows there in Comanche and Coram. Got cars flooded at Central Plaza. Do you have any pictures, Robert? Or know anybody that's getting pictures? Because I am not getting any of those pictures right now. Power flickering at Duncan. It's just here on the southeast. Elk between 8 Mile and 9 Mile. Lights are flashing. Power just went out in Geronimo. Driving back from Sherman to Lone Grove. Are these storms going to miss the Lone Grove area? I think they stay mostly in Jefferson. They're probably going to be just to the west of Hilton and Wilson, Donna. I mean, I think you're good. They're traveling at like 10 to 15 miles per hour, so you should be good. Power out at Pumpkin Center. Water in my apartment on East Gore. Everybody's having trouble tonight. What about Empire? Yeah, you need to hunker down. Empire City, we got some strong winds coming in right now. There's an area of rotation that's near Coram right now. It is not tapping into the boundary, but it is definitely some strong winds coming down here through Coram. Temple, we got some stronger winds coming through this, coming towards Hastings, Addington, and Waurika. Hastings at 1040, Addington 1040, 10:50 in Waurika, 11:15 in Sugden, 11:30 in Ryan. Lost power on 135th and Southeast Lee Boulevard. And definitely Coram is seeing the strongest of these winds. It's not showing anything more than 40 to 50 mile per hour winds right now. Still definitely some crazy lightning. Definitely a crazy lightning show. This whole storm has just been crazy. It's just been yep. Melissa, will there be any severe weather going over or Waurika? I still think about 11 o'clock. Waurika. 11 o'clock for Waurika. Yeah, prayers for the linemen tonight. Looks like it's going to be pretty busy. If we're in Coram, should we take shelter? Yeah, I would definitely hunker down here real quick. Definitely the strongest winds are going to be near you, Sydney. I'd get inside and away from the windows here. Crazy bad lightning show. No power south of Geronimo. Everywhere, yep. Any damage reports from Lawton yet? I'd heard trees down near Cameron, lots of power outages, some trees down on the east side of town, trees down on Rogers Lane. My camera got blown down on top of the casino. I mean, it's there's stuff happening everywhere right now. A new severe thunderstorm warning here for the storm around Snyder. This is for quarters and 60. And it's just kind of drifting. It's not moving very quickly. It says it's moving east at 20. So let's see what we've got here. Fire trucks headed west on Southwest C. So that storm is heading east at 20 miles per hour. So we're going to see some rain coming back into Indiahoma and Cache here in the next little bit. We've got some down trees in East Lake. Yep. It said it's a light show out there and it's starting to sprinkle. Just went outside. We're blessed. Big branch landed in our yard. Missed our cars and windows. Got some work to do this weekend, but nonetheless blessed. Sounds like we've all got a little bit of work we need to do. I am in the market for about 6 more cinder blocks. Marlowe. You're definitely getting the light show, some breezy winds, but this storm is staying to your south, Dawn. It's the rain picks up south of the Y, and the strongest part of the storm is down around Coram, Comanche. You'll see it's raining in Empire now. A lot of heavy rain there. Yeah, if you want to contribute, there's a link on the bottom of my about me on my Facebook page. So Harrisburg, where is Harrisburg? I know I've seen Harrisburg. You're right. That guy ended up installing that on the poles for Hobart. So I do have some leftover cinder blocks there. I can go grab those. You are right, sister. Fuller Road, good to call it a night. What town are we talking about? I haven't heard of Fuller Road, Seth. I'll be honest. Geronimo, good for the night. Yes, there will be some rain and some storms, but will not be nearly that noisy. Knocking on our door here in Comanche, can hear the thunder and rumbling getting closer. Yeah, it is definitely out there. It's out around Coram. And it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 miles to your west there, Justin. I've got plenty, Whitney. Harrisburg is northeast of Comanche. There it is. Okay. You're going to get more of the rain, Kara. More of the rain. Fuller is in Duncan. Yeah. Again, you're just getting some rain and some breezy winds in Duncan. The worst of it's down around Empire, Coram, Comanche, Waurika Lake. Walters, how are they now? The rain is just off to the east of town. A rotation at Coram or no? There's some broad rotation, definitely some strong winds. It's still out there. I don't think it's going to produce anything, but it's definitely some strong winds. Jesse Klaber, is it good to call it a night in Lawton? There will be some gusty, breezy thunderstorms around, but I don't expect there to be anything as significant as what it was. So they put out another severe thunderstorm warning for Comanche County. So there's the strongest winds here. It's about a few miles south of Coram over Waurika Lake. That's the strongest winds right here between Coram, Waurika Lake, and Comanche. That's where we're seeing the when will Hastings be in the clear? Let's see. We're just about to get started there. So, Lysandra, it's just about to get started. It's definitely a gusty storm system coming in here. It is just about to move into town. So we still are just getting started with that. Take it easy. Get some rest. I think we're all going to need some rest here tonight. Again, you see more rain on the east side of Lawton. Nothing severe there. Gusty thunderstorm, nothing severe over southern Comanche County. I'll take one. Yes, please. Take a water, please. Quorum is in Stevens County. Yes. Then over here, Manitou is about to see the heavy rain pick up. It just stayed north of Tipton. It's leaving Jackson County. Snyder's still seeing some good steady rain. Tom Steed Lake too. Seeing some more trying to develop up here around Roosevelt. Might see that move towards Cooperton. Starting to pick up near 27th and Beach in Duncan. I know there are quite a few folks without power there in Geronimo. I don't know where that stands. Southeast. Hearing some more rumbles here. Okay, let's push it down here towards Wilson, Hilton. So Comanche here very shortly. I don't know why it says 10:45 there. Around the next 10 minutes, Hastings and Addington. Waurika around 10:40. Ringling is going to be closer to 11:30. Thank you. Whew. It is Zeus. It's down southern part of the county. So Fax and Chatty, Geronimo. There'll be some more rumbles down there. I haven't taken a look and seen rainfall from this event. You can see a stripe right there on the east side of Lawton. So here, about 1.5 inches up in Rogers Lane, northeastern Lawton. Down around Highway 7. It's around 1.5 inches there too. Lysandra, there's some broad rotation there, but it is not focused. It's just gusty, strong winds coming down through there. Madison Park, a little over 1 inch. Over here near Sterling, about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. Cement, about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. Anadarko, 1.5 inches. It did dump a lot of rain over here around Ozark and Hightower. Highway 62 between Hedrick and Altus, about 2 inches, 2.5 inches of rain. Quite a bit there. Yep, quite a bit of rain moving in there. Still quarters and 60 for the storm out around Snyder, northern Tillman County, Manitou, more specifically. When is my power coming back on? I don't have that authority, unfortunately. I would check with PSO or Cotton Electric or whomever your provider is. Check their website. They should give you an ETA on that repair, but I do not have that answer for you. I wish I did. How long Take shelter will last for Geronimo. Again, the storm has moved on. There are some other gusty, heavy rainstorms coming through, Brittany. I think you can get away from the windows here, but there'll be some, or you can not have to be in the center of the house, but there's definitely another storm that's coming in that's not a big issue here. Is Duncan pretty much good for the night besides rain? Yeah, there'll be some more storms that try to develop first thing in the morning. Timing for the second round in Geronimo. Here in the next few minutes, there'll be some more. It will be back on when they get it back on. I would bet they have a lot of damaged poles. Yeah, they're going to be busy tonight. They're going to have. I do not have their PSO outage map. And you can see all the areas. There's quite a bit of town that's without power. Quite a bit of town that's without power. So it's going to take a while. .5 miles west of Comanche. Is this a shelter inside or in cellar type storm? This is a shelter inside kind of storm. It's a shelter inside kind of storm. Inside away from the windows, but definitely a shelter inside kind of storm. Can I show the hail indicator? Yep, I'll show that. I hadn't shown that in a while. There's the hail core. It says it's quarters, but it's still probably, that's ping pong ball size with the last sweep. Not really looking at hail in Duncan, Parker. It would be Coram, Comanche, Addington, Waurika Lake. There is some smaller hail around Faxon, so some pea dime size hail out here. Highway 36, southern Comanche County. Same thing out here between Hedrick, Manitou, and Snyder. There's some smaller hail out there too. I know, for once. You just grab a blanket. Oh, perfect. Lots of lightning and some thunder in Frederick with a cool wind blowing. They haven't stirred any, have they? Yeah.
A little, but I turned up their sound machine. So.
Okay.
So when it first started getting loud, I was like, oh no,
all right. So they're still warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds with this storm coming into Jefferson County now. It's now moving southeast at 30, so it's picking up the speed. Comanche right now in the center of town is just cool light show and some thunder. Yeah, there's some rain out there. It's probably getting blown around a bit. But this is moving southeast at 30. So that's coming for Waurika here at 10:45. Ringling at 11. Grady at 11:15. And then Petersburg at around 11:30. So this is going to be very close to Wilson around 11:32. Winds are still calm and Duncan, kind of eerie feeling. Yeah, it's now moving out, so you're not going to see much in the way of wind there anymore. Rain on the south side of Lawton, down around the airport, but heavier down around Highway 36. Chatty, it's lightening up, but Faxon still heavy rain. Geronimo about to move in. Walters, you'll see this over the next half hour or two. Storm here in Snyder, still holding on. Going to see that rain in Indiahoma momentarily. Give it another half hour to be around Cache, too. You see how that line just broke up. You see how the center part of the state really isn't seeing any storms, but east of Tulsa and around the Lawton area is where we're seeing the two areas of severe storms in the state of Oklahoma. We just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counties in our area still under the watch. And they were extended another hour. So it goes, well, another 30 minutes. It was extended an hour from 10 o'clock. It's going until 11. All right. Back down here in Waurika. So still some gusty winds coming down as Highway 5 makes the bend down south into Waurika. South side of Waurika Lake, Addington, seeing the gustier winds. Rain coming down pretty good 1 mile north of Comanche. Rain on Main Street in Comanche. Big raindrops. Took it a little bit, but it finally rained. It's just a garden variety storm there, Brittany. Nothing severe with it, just some rain, just some rumbles. Quorum had pea-sized hail, raining, and lightning now. Well, good. I'm glad it was not as bad as it could have been. And even this storm in Jefferson County is trending down. That's some good news. Still have some gustier winds here, but should start to see those subside here in a little bit. There's a new severe warning for this storm. So 60 in quarters. Neighbor's chicken was so scared it's under my covered porch. Poor chicken. Any rotation near Walrica, if any. There's some very, it's been some very weak. It has definitely come down from what it was. My cat is by the window. Should I move her? Your cat is fine. It is now. Pretty crazy lightning here in Hastings. Yeah, it's been a light show ever since it got into Fort Sill, Lawton. Is Loco getting any rain? It is diving south, Randy. Looks like it's going to stay mainly out Comanche way and dive south. So it's kind of falling apart as it is. So looks like Loco is going to miss out, unfortunately. Is it all going around Duncan? Pretty much. It's all winding down just to the south there, Tanner. This other stuff out to the west, it's trying to jog a little south of east too, so you might miss out on this stuff over Lawton here too. Is Walters good? Yeah, Walters is good. This is again baseline severe storms, so there'll be some smaller pea-size hail. There'll be some gusty winds, but as far as anything crazy, windy, large hail like we saw earlier this evening, I don't really expect that. Just bought the wife a new car and trying not to deal with all that. I get that. Hello, Emily. Good to hear from you guys. You guys are doing well up there on Sill. What wind speeds can we expect in Comanche? Now that it's gone, probably about 30-mile-an-hour winds. Is the storm leaving Hastings? Yes. There are some other storms out there. Randelette, Temple, that'll be coming in from the west here in the next little bit, but nothing is severe with those. Bird Daniels is Lawton in the clear for now. For now, yeah. I think we'll see some more stuff developing here closer to the morning. But for right now, things are quiet. You'll probably hear some rumbles. There's some storms down around Faxon and Geronimo that continue to work their way southeastward. So I work at Merritt and the Lawton Duncan Weiser. You're telling me we put all those vehicles in the building for nothing. Well, you know what would have happened, Tanner? You would have left them all out there, and that storm would have hooked right over towards the Y, and it would have you'd be looking at a hail sale here starting tomorrow. It came super, super close. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate that. Thank you, Bird. All right, so that's seeing the hail come down. That's seeing the wind come down. Everything is pretty much on a weakening trend here right now, so that's some great news. The videos in Lawton that are getting posted look crazy. What went down there? I'll show you. Tanner, this is right here on the east side of Lawton. There's the casino right there. That's where my camera is, and that's what my camera looks like. Thankfully, it's still putting out data, but that was some gnarly winds that came through there and knocked it over. Does Walters need to seek shelter? No. No, just stay inside. This is just a garden variety thunderstorm coming through here. So the rest of the warnings here are basically less than 60-mile-an-hour winds and smaller than quarter-size hail. So we're going to start winding it down here, trying to grab a bite to eat, get settled down for the night, and we will keep our eyes on the threat of storms heading into the upcoming weekend. There will be some spotty storms, hopefully not nearly as gusty and noisy as what we have. All right. So I will keep the radar up and running, but for right now, since all the storms are winding down, we're going to start throttling back the coverage. Obviously, if there's anything that requires more attention, I'll be nearby and keep a watch on it here. But I appreciate everybody for hopping in, sticking with us for the last 3.5 hours here. But again, thanks for your reports here. We will keep you updated throughout Friday and the weekend if need be. Again, rain chances will continue all the way through the early part of Monday, off and on in any way. So thank you, folks. Hopefully you have a great night, and we will keep you updated. Okay, take care.